Okay, welcome back to the channel. It is October 5th and it's 4:40 a.m. I just got in from a shift and I've been trying to come up with some material for this topic without it becoming a X-rated audio. And I'm going to take a stab at it right now because it's a topic that I think should be discussed, and that is your girlfriend a dominatrix or is she just a demented sexual deviant? And that is the topic. What brings this up is that throughout the relationship uh, I've recently exited, I had repeatedly been approached to uh, press the limits or overcome boundaries or press past boundaries, or I forgot exactly the exact words that she used, but it was always going to be my boundaries, not necessarily hers. But not to say that it wasn't fairly balanced. It was actually very progressive, but I had to draw the line at some of the things that were being proposed that were clearly meant to be degrading. And to me, this is not sexual expression. It's deviate. It's deviant. It's either deviant or it's demented. For instance, uh, in the early part of our relationship, to tell me the amount of control that she had over men, she would tell me how men would tell her that they would do anything for her, anything, and she would tell me the things that some men had acquiesced to on her behalf, and frankly, it's remarkable. But one thing in particular, she said that to prove that this one particular guy was going to be submissive to her, she vomited into a cup and he drank it. He said he would do it. She called his bluff and he did it. There's other things that she told me she did with men, but she then told me that immediately upon doing these things, she had no respect for them and soon ended the relationships thereafter. Now, I already was told this in advance, so why would I agree to do any of these things, especially if they weren't going to be sexually fulfilling? They were just meant to be uh, some evil domination that she just wanted to prove to herself that all men would be subjected to her will. Well, what I want to know from you men is there's a big difference, obviously, and from women, by the way. I want to hear from both. Uh, Obviously, there's a big difference between sexual deviance and enjoyment. Mutually satisfying, a mutually agreed upon enjoyment. And I'm not saying you have to live a vanilla life, but on the other hand, you also don't have to subjugate yourself to somebody's demented ideas of degradation of men. And this is my title. Is this a dominatrix or is this a sexual deviant, a demented narcissist? And I'm going to go with demented narcissist because I don't know. There's subtle ways to get men to do things that they may not ordinarily volunteer to do, um, but there's a sensual way to go about it uh, in a mutually enjoyable way. But when I would see the demeanor of this girl change when she was suggesting certain things, to me, she looked dangerous, which is why I come up with the term sexually deviant, demented, or vice versa. So I'd like to know what your experiences are, whether or not you've been approached by these things, whether or not you as females have approached men on these things, and whether or not there's a difference in your mind between sexual deviance and mutual sexual expression, because clearly there is. And I don't know. I find that most women, they talk about certain things, but this one was willing to do quite a bit, as long as it was her doing the doing and not being done. Not to say that we didn't expand her boundaries, but not I didn't propose anything that was deviant by any means. And I was just hearing more and more deviance from her. And to me, it just sounded like just another way to attempt degradation in the devaluing process, and probably helped her in her belief that men are just tools in order for her to get what she wants. So share your experiences. I'm interested to know the topic. I don't know if I've hit on it all correctly or not, but I took a stab at it. Okay, please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. I'm up to 124 subscribers. I need 1,000. So 10% there. Let's help. Thanks.